Alright, here is my video for the boss rush for Vincent's event in Japan. These are available. There's a new event format now where the EX, EX Plus, and EX Plus Plus battles are all available right when the event starts. So this is because there is a new Doom Plus difficulty level which will be coming in 3 days. The boss rush is against Jenova Life and Jenova Death. A little bit of a nerfed version of each. They don't get 2 attacks each. The bonus conditions are not to die against either of them, to sleep Jenova Life, and to bring Vincent against Jenova Death. Because they are both vulnerable to sleep, I'm bringing a full mage party, and I'm just going to attempt to sleep them to death. This is not actually the party I'm going to be using. I'm going to be... I preloaded my parties for these fights, so I'm just going to grab them here. This is the party I'm going to be bringing. Like I said, full mage party. I'm not going to bother with non-synergy low-level gear for these. It takes a lot of time and frustration, and I feel that it's better just to get the actual videos out there in a reasonable time frame and without the stress to me. The only tricky thing I'm doing here is giving haste to my 2 debuffers. Both Lena and Vanille have sleep and stop respectively. Whichever one lands first will let me apply sleep easily. I do have to be cautious because because Jenova Life will counter magic with Reflect, so if the first one misses, then there's a chance that she will reflect herself and make the fight completely and totally impossible and force me to reload. With that in mind, I will probably lead off with Vanille's, because Stop has a higher % chance of working than Sleep. The Sleep's only 30%, so... I will be bringing a Sentinel's Grimoire, or Stone Skin as the case may be. I'll use one on each battle. I don't anticipate the battles lasting long enough for them to wear off. And even if they do, the boss should be controlled by that point. Alright, here's Jenova Life. Looks like she has 110,744 hit points. And Vanille is full, that's excellent. Worked, okay, excellent. Now I can unload on her with pretty much impunity. This version of Jenova is weak to Earth. Not that that matters terribly much, but... I'm really hoping this sleep sticks so I don't have to keep stopping her. I've only got so many uses of stop. I'm actually going to hold off here. I did... Okay, good. I did give Vanille a lot of mind so that her stop would last longer. That's a trick you can do with stops. More so than any other status, stop absolutely relies on the caster having a high mind stat. Stop's base duration is 6 seconds, plus 1 second per 33 of the caster's mind, but minus 1 second per 33 of the target's mind, so it's heavily dependent on the caster's mind. Whereas other statuses like Sleep is like 20 or 25 seconds base, with the same sort of mind-based duration modifier. So it's much less important that you have a high mind for sleep. This fight is pretty much wrapped up at this point. I actually should have had her sleep there just to be sure. I'll stop if I need to, but I think I'll be able to finish her off with one of BB's spells before she can get the reflect up. Yeah. Alright, so that's Jenova Life. And this strategy is scalable to whatever gear you have. Obviously, if your gear is particularly bad, you might need higher hones than what I'm using to get the damage through. Especially more hones of stop. I didn't bother honing my stop up at all. But as long as your gear is decent, you shouldn't have too much problem. And of course, you can always opt not to bother with a mage team and bring a physical team and just use sleep for the metal condition. She's also vulnerable to poison in both forms, both of these fights, which is another thing you can do. I opted not to. I opted to just go for the blitz rather than trying to wear her down with poison, but that is an option. Here's Jenova Death. I'm expecting a similar but slightly higher hit point total for her. Nope, exactly the same. 110, 744. This one counters with silence, so again, I'm going to try to get stop up first. And hope that she doesn't obliterate people before. Okay, stop landed. Hopefully sleep lands, but I'm going to keep going even without it. I'll have a couple chances to land sleep here. This version of Jenova has no elemental weaknesses or resistances, so use whatever magic you want on her. The previous one had a resistance or absorbs water or knows water, something like that. So don't bring water to this fight. And there's sleep landing. All right. Vanille does have the Halloween Manus Pain Mage Cap equipped, but I don't think she'll get enough Soul Break charge to use it before the end of the fight. I will just have her heal every turn, just to be sure, though. And I shouldn't have had Phoebe Quake, she's not weak to Earth, I wasn't thinking. I am out of Ajas on Terra now. So she will be doing less damage. I'm going to keep sleep and stop up here as much as I can. Just in case. Fortunately, stop has a very high success rate. It's very nice. Unfortunately, I didn't hone it, so... And there's double cast going off. Always nice when that happens. And sleep reapplied, so we win the fight. there was still the potential for a loss there if I just couldn't land sleep again, and she'd gotten off a couple silences. I did have a backup stop there on Lulu after Relic Soul Break there is a chance to stop. But this should be the end of the fight. And indeed it is. This is pretty much the ideal case. Between the two fights, Jenova got off one attack on me that didn't kill anybody. That's about as good as you can hope for. Your fight will probably go less well just because I got fairly lucky with my statuses, but this is kind of the showcase for how it's supposed to go. And I forgot to bring Vincent, so I didn't get Mastery for this fight. I think I still got it for the dungeon. I can't believe I forgot to bring Vincent. Yeah, I still got Mastery, though. So I egged Vincent up for nothing. That is a high breakdown dance. I think it's physical defense, but don't quote me on that. And that's, of course, Reno's Memory Crystal, too. Alright, see you shortly for the X Plus fight.